Hello students, today we are going to study the topic logic gates and universal gates. First of all, the question is what is a logic gate? So here I have written the definition. The digital circuit that takes one or more inputs to give single output. So it is a circuit in which you can pass either one or more than one inputs, and after processing you get one single output. Basically, there are three basic gates. Initially, we are going to study first of all the three basic gates. They are AND, OR, and NOT. And as I have drawn here the diagram of AND is this. Simple D taking two inputs. It cannot take a single input. It has to. The requirement is it has to take minimum two inputs. It can take more than two inputs also, but the output will be a single output. Then OR gate, this is the shape of it. It also requires at least two inputs. It can take more than two inputs also, and it gives a single output. NOT is also said to be inverter. Inverter, as we have inverters at our homes, so when the light supply is coming at our homes, the inverter does not activate at that time. But as soon as the light goes off, the inverter activates. Similarly, if you are giving 1 as a signal, it will give a reverse of it. This symbol, circle at the back, will reverse your input. If you give 1, it will give you 0. If you give 0 as an input, it will give you 1. Now, how do we come to know what is NAND gate? What is the basic definition of it? So AND gate requires two or more inputs, and it gives output 1 only when both the inputs are 1. And as we say in Hindi, OR. That means both the inputs should be 1, only then you will get the output 1. And OR, as the name suggests, even if either of them is 1 and the other one is 0, it will give you an output 1. And even if both of them are 1, then also you will get 1. So OR may, if both of them are 0, then only you will get a 0 output. And if either of them is 1 and the other one is 0, you will get an output 1. But in NOT, as I have told you, if you give a single output as 1, the inverter or the bubble at the back of it will convert it into 0. If you give 0, it will convert it into 1. Now let's look at the truth tables of these three. This is the truth table of AND gate. As I told you, if both the inputs are 1, then only it will give you 1. So here I have made the input signals of A and B. In Boolean algebra, you have to remember if there are two inputs, 2 to the power 2 should take 4 inputs in order to evaluate. So we are taking as 0, 0, 1, 1 for A, 0, 1, 0, 1 for B. And if you look, there is a symbol of dot. The symbol of AND gate is represented by a dot, A dot B. So A dot B means a simple multiplication. 0 into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 0, 1 into 0 is 0, 1 into 1 is 1. So finally, for both the inputs which are 1, you are getting the output as 1. Now let's see for OR gate. OR may the symbol is plus, A plus B. So plus means, it doesn't mean just a simple addition, 1 plus 1 becomes 2. In Boolean algebra, 1 plus 1 becomes 10. But here, in our case, in gates, if both of them are 1, we get only a single output 1. So if you are passing A and B as 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1, as I told you in my definition, even if either of the inputs is 1, you get the output 1. So here one of them is 1, you are getting the output 1. Again one of them is 1, you are getting the output 1. Both of them are 1, you are getting the output as 1. NOT, as I told you, it takes only a single input. If it is 1, it will convert it to 0. If it is 0, it will convert it to 1. Now, most of you may be asking that how are these inputs given? A, B, 0, 0, 1, 1. They are actually the binary codes for 0. The binary code for 0 is 0, 0. The binary code for 1 is 0, 1. The binary code for 2 is 1, 0. And the binary code for 3 is 1, 1. This is what we are getting here. Right? So here we have come to know that there are 3 basic gates: AND, OR, and NOT. And the symbol is this one, or this is the symbol. The sign used with AND is A dot B. The sign used with OR gate is A plus B. And the sign used with NOT is complement at the top. A ka A complement. So the truth table for AND is giving only one chime when both the inputs are 1. This is only when, as I told you, AND gate will give you 1 only when both the inputs are 1. And in OR gate, even if either of the inputs is 1, it will give you 1. And in NOT gate, if you give 1, you get 0. If you give 0, you get 1 as an output. Now let's look at some of the questions that can be solved with these gates. So if we get this question, draw A dot B plus C dot D using gates. So these 3 basic gates that we have learned, we have to apply them on this question. Dot, as I told you, is a symbol for AND gate, plus is a symbol for OR gate. So we will consider A dot B together, C dot D together. And how do we make a diagram? This is A, this is B. Pass them through an AND gate. This is C, this is D. Pass them again through an AND gate. This is A dot B. This is C dot D. And both of them have to be joined by which gate? OR gate. We will be joining them with the help of OR gate. This becomes A dot B plus C. Right? So dot requires an AND gate. So we have made an AND gate. Then C dot D, AND gate. Again we have made an AND gate because of dot. All of them have to be joined by an OR gate. So we have made here an OR gate, which is joining A dot B plus C dot D. Now let's look at the other question. Suppose the question changes in such a way like A plus B dot C plus D. And here what we are getting, A and B have to be joined by an OR gate, C and D by an OR gate. Last of all, they will be joined by an AND gate. So this time, the diagram changes a bit. A and B will be passing through an OR gate. C and D OR gate. This is A plus B plus D. And you can join them. It becomes A plus B dot C plus D. Right? So if, as per the symbol, you have to consider which logic gate has to be implemented in your question. So A plus B requires an OR gate, C plus D requires again an OR gate, and they will be joined by an AND gate. And if suppose the question carries somewhat like A plus B complement and C plus D complement, slight changes have to be made in our diagram. That is what A will be passed simply, but B will be passing first of all one inverter gate. This is the inverter. C will be passed simply, D will again require an inverter gate, that NOT gate. So that this becomes A plus B bar and C plus D bar. And they are joined by an AND gate, so A plus B bar dot C. So if you get a bar, you will be using an inverter gate in order to join them. Now these were the questions that can be solved by your simple logic gates, the three basic gates, AND, OR and NOT. Now let's look at the universal gates, how to apply them and what are they. Let's look at the universal gates. Why they are said to be universal gates? There are only two, NAND and NOR. As the name suggests, by NAND we come to know there is a mixture of two names, NOT plus AND. That means whatever output you get in AND gate, it will be inverted by the help of NOT gate. So you will get the reverse output. NOR mein, it is a OR gate plus NAND gate. So whatever output you are getting till now in OR gate, NOT gate will invert it. The diagrams for this are just like AND gate having a bubble at the end, that is a NOT. And for NOR also, the diagram is same as OR, but having a bubble at the end, behaving as NOR. That is inverting the output. The truth table gives us the idea. Like A and B are there. A dot B was already the symbol for AND gate. Now this has become A dot B complement. So 0 into 0 previously was 0. But because of this bar, now it has become 1. 0 into 0 initially was 0. Because of the bar, it will be converted into 1. 1 into 0 was 0. Because of the bar, again it will be converted into 1. But 1 into 1 was 1. And because of the bar, now it has become 0. Now in case of OR, as we had seen, if either of them were 1, the output was 1. But here everywhere we are getting 0 except for when both of them are 0, because 0 plus 0 was 0, and because of the inverter gate, now it has turned into 1. 0 plus 1 was 1. Now because of the bar, it has converted into 0. Similarly, all the rest. Now let's look how to make use. Why they are said to be universal gates? Because using them you can create any of the basic gates that we have learned, AND, OR and NOT. How do we create those gates? With the help of NAND gate first. Let's have a look. Suppose it is given that with the help of NAND gate creates AND gate. That means we want the output as A dot B using NAND gate only. So we are passing here A and D. A, this is B. We are passing through a NAND gate. We cannot use any other gate. We are not going to use those basic gates. We got here A dot B bar, but our output requires A dot B, not A dot B bar. We will pass it again through another NAND gate. Why I have made this box over here? Because I am passing a single input. And I told you that except for inverter, any of the gates requires minimum 2 inputs. So this A dot B whole bar will be passed upwards also and downwards also. 2 times it will be passed to make it a 2 input, and it is because of this box only. So A dot B double bar. Why? Because already it carries a bar, and now the inverter of this also puts a bar. And if you people are well aware of the laws, Boolean laws, involution law. What is involution law? A double bar is equal to A. So So if A dot B double bar is there, it also turns out to be A dot. This is by which law? Involution. So using NAND gate, we were successfully able to create an AND gate. Now suppose a question comes that you have to create OR gate. Using NAND gate, that is A plus B. How is it possible? It always uses a simple dot. But we'll have to. Let's look how. If you are getting a symbol like plus or any other, it means it cannot, A and B directly cannot pass through a NAND gate. How they are going to be passed? Let's look. We are going to pass A separately through a small NAND gate with a box, and B also separately through a small NAND gate, so that this becomes A bar and this becomes B bar. Now if you pass both of them through the NAND gate again, so it will give us A bar dot B bar whole bar. Most of you must be well aware of De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law states what? If you have A dot B whole bar, break it and change the sign. It becomes A bar plus B bar. And if it is A plus B whole bar, break it, change the sign A bar dot bar. So here we are also going to break it by using De Morgan's law. So we will get the output as A double bar plus B bar. How is this double bar going to be cancelled? By involution law. Involution law says A double bar becomes A. So A double bar is A, B double bar is B. So our output is A plus B. Right? So here also we have successfully created an OR gate using NAND gate alone. No other gate was applied here. Then comes how to create a NOT gate using NAND gates. That means we need A bar. This is quite simple. We will be just passing A 2 times to a single NAND gate by the help of a box. So A will go here also, and reaching here it will be A. And you required A bar as an output. So these are the basic ways of creating the normal gates, the 3 basic gates using universal gates NAND. Now, if the same things had to be created using NOR, so how we are going to do it? But before we go on to NOR, let's look at some of the questions which can be solved with NAND gate itself. Let's have a look. Now, this question is there. Using NAND, we have to create A plus B dot C plus D. Using NAND means no other gate. We will be using only this. So how we are going to do? Plus I told you isn't the symbol for NAND gate, and I told you previously a while ago how to make it into a plus. We pass A separately to a NAND gate, B separately to a NAND gate. This becomes A bar, this becomes B bar. Both of them will go here, and we get A bar plus A bar dot B bar whole bar, which by De Morgan will become A plus B. And C and D also will pass the same way. This becomes C bar, this is D bar, C bar dot D bar whole bar break. Now we'll be joining them NAND gate. We cannot use any other gate. So we get here A plus B dot C plus D. The only weakness is it puts a whole bar. So this restricts us from getting the desired output. To remove this bar, we'll have to use an extra NAND gate. Again, I'm passing it through an extra NAND gate, this entire output. So this means A plus B dot C plus D. Whole bar was passed and we got another whole bar because of the circle. The two bars again by involution law will get cancelled and our output will be A plus B dot C plus D. So what we have done, we passed A and B separately in order to get a plus sign. Through NAND gate, then we joined them, we got A plus B by De Morgan. Similarly for C and D. When we passed them through a NAND gate, we found that we got an extra bar at the top, which was not the correct answer. So we had to use an extra NAND gate using that box so that the entire output can go and we get a double bar. Double bar by involution law gets cancelled off. And you get the same output A plus B dot C plus D. Now, suppose the same question is asked with A bar plus B and C bar plus D. The bars are also asked. In that case, whenever you get a bar, do not use any inverter in between. Just pass A directly. Similarly for C. And here something will be changed. A dot B bar will be passed and whole bar. You get A bar plus B here. Similarly here also. Bar plus B. And then here we are getting A bar plus B and C bar plus B. And here it will be like A bar plus B dot C bar plus D bar. So you have to be very careful when you are getting a bar with the plus sign. Then do not use any small NAND gate for it. Just pass that variable directly and then you will get by De Morgan's law the same product as was required, same output. But when we are passing it through an AND gate, we got a whole bar. So to remove that whole bar, again an extra gate will be passed. Now let's look at the other way of using gates. AND gate itself. So this is given to us A dot B plus C dot B. Right. So in this case, so we do not require any extra gates. We'll be passing them directly because dot is a symbol of AND gate itself. We'll get here A, B whole bar, C and D, D whole bar, then we get here A, B whole bar, dot CD whole bar, whole bar. The whole bar by De Morgan, we break it, we get here AB double bar, dot will be changed to plus, then CD double bar. Double bar by involution law again gets cancelled, and we get the output as AB. And if suppose a question was carrying a complement with it, just make a simple AND gate. No other gate is required for A. And here also for C we will be using simple AND gate. So what difference comes here? It will be A bar B whole bar, and here also C bar D whole bar. So this will be A bar B whole bar, this will be C bar D whole bar. So ultimately what do we get here? A bar B double bar, C bar D double bar gets cancelled, and the complements remain at their own place. That means in case of dot type of questions, if you get complement, just make a simple small NAND gate. Nothing else is going to be changed. That simple bar will be carried on further. Now let's look at the use of NOR gate for making simple gates. Okay. So now let's look at making AND gate using NOR gates. NOR में the symbol is A plus B whole bar. How do we make A dot B using it? So for this, since dot is not its own symbol, we'll be passing them through small NOR gates. This is A bar, this is B bar. Then we'll be joining them by big NOR gate. A bar plus B bar. By De Morgan's law, you can break it and change the sign. This becomes A double bar dot B double bar. Double bar by involution law becomes cancelled, and you get A dot B, which is a required answer. So if dot question is given to you to be made with NOR gates, you'll be passing them separately through NOR gates A and B, so that they can turn into their complements. When they are passed through a big NOR gate, the whole bar by De Morgan's theorem will be, you can say, broken, and the sign will change. So it becomes A double bar dot B double bar, which becomes A dot B, because double bars are cancelled by involution. Now let's look at how to make OR gates. That is A plus B using NOR gates. For this, you do not require anything. You will be passing them directly through NOR gates. With A plus B whole bar, we do not require whole bar. So we will be passing them to a separate NOR gate with a box. As I told you, why do we make boxes? When we are giving a single input, which that gate does not require, a gate requires minimum 2 inputs except for inverter. We will be making boxes in order to pass that same input both ways, upside down and upside down. So it will become A plus B double bar. Involution law is applied. It will be cancelled, and A plus B will be there. Now to make a NOT gate, we will be passing A separately to a NOR gate, and we get A bar. So if you look carefully, in both NOR and NAND gates, we are not making use of any other gate, but using these gates individually, they are quite powerful that they can make your basic gates. Now let's look at some questions to be done with NOR gates. Suppose this question is given that we have to create, A dot B plus C dot B using NOR gate. So A dot B plus C dot D. Now dot is not its own symbol. And as I have told you a while ago how to create it into a dot, we'll be passing A separately to a NOR gate, B separately to a NOR gate, this was A bar, this was B bar, this is A bar plus B bar, which will break A dot B. Why I am writing in short? Now you people must have understood plus will be converted into dot. A double bar dot B double bar. Double bar will be cancelled by involution law. Then C and D separately. This is C bar plus D bar whole bar. Break and change the sign. C dot. But if you are joining them through a NOR gate again, you will get what? A dot B plus C dot B whole bar. I do not require this whole bar. My question is this thing. And my answer is coming out with a bar. So we will make an extra NOR gate in order to give a double bar to cancel it by involution law. A dot B, C dot D, double bar. Double bar by involution law will become cancelled and will get A dot B plus C dot D. Now you suppose in the same question a bar is given to you here. Already without bar, B and C are taking extra NOR gates. So if you require bar, people must be thinking two NOR gates बना देते हैं. Instead of that, do not make anything. Pass it directly. A will be passed directly. B will be passed directly. So, A will be passed directly here. When you break it, so A will get a bar here. C will be passed directly. When you break it, C will get a bar. Then this becomes A bar dot B whole bar, C dot D whole bar. Then A bar dot B plus C bar dot D double bar will get cancelled. So in case of dots, if you get complement along with them, do not make any gate, pass A and C directly. And by De Morgan's theorem only, you will automatically see A will be getting a bar and C also will be getting a bar. Now let's look at the other question. That is, suppose we are getting here A plus B dot C plus D using NOR gate. This is quite simple. For this, we will be passing it directly. A and B directly through a NOR gate. We get A plus B whole bar. C and D. Pass it directly through a NOR gate. You get C plus D whole bar. Get A plus B whole bar plus C plus D whole bar. Break it. You get A plus B double bar plus in the middle will become dot C plus D double bar. Double bar will get cancelled off by involution law. So A and B, when directly pass, are getting a bar. C plus D will get a bar. If you pass it through the big NOR gate, which is joining both of them, you get a whole bar, which will be broken off by De Morgan's theorem, and you will be getting double bars. Double bars by involution law will cancel off, and you will get the same output A plus B dot C plus D. Suppose you are getting a complement here, then the only difference is A will be passed with the help of a small NOR gate, and C also will be passed with the help of a small NOR gate. Now, this is A bar plus B whole bar and C bar plus B whole bar. A bar and C bar will be there. So hope you have understood, because ultimately your output will be A bar plus B dot C bar plus D. So this is the way that your universal gates can be used to make gates. The diagrams or the questions that will be given using NOR gate or using NAND gate, you will have to solve this way. There are two more gates which are left, which are XOR gate and XNOR gate. Let's have a look at them also, so that the topic of gates is complete. See, we have got XOR gate and XNOR. XOR is known as exclusive OR. This is exclusive NOR gate. Exclusive OR gate is made this way, having an arc, and exclusive NOR is having a circle at the end to convert the output of this into an inverter. So if we look at the truth table, this is A, this is B, this is A. Exclusive OR, the symbol is circle having a plus. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Exclusive OR can give you output only at odd position. That means if both the inputs are 1, then also it will be 0. If both the inputs are 0, then also it will be 0. If both of them are in different states, then only it will give you 1. Then exclusive NOR A, B, this is A, and in the circle a dot, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. This will give you an opposite of this. So whatever outputs you got as 0 will turn into 1, and whatever outputs you got as 1 will turn into 0. Okay, now this way all the basic gates have been complete along with universal gates, and two more gates were there, XOR and XNOR. So there were 3 basic gates, 2 universal gates, and 2 gates which are known as XOR and XNOR, which are mainly used in half adders and full adders. Mostly the XOR gate is used. So a simple question comes in XOR gate. What is XOR gate? Draw the truth table and diagram. So you can make use of this. The full form of A exclusive OR B is A bar B plus AB bar. This is the full form of it. So hope you people have understood the basic concepts on logic gates and universal gates. We'll come up with more videos. And if you have understood the concept, press on the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.